Until now, there is no answer from the opposition which ticket will defeat President Ruto in 2027. Before I go further into this, let me just remind you this. Defeating President William Ruto in 2027 is not something easy. It will not be an easy walk. That is a conversation that many of you avoid, but let me confront you with the facts today. Even if incumbents still lose elections in Africa, it's not a direct revelation that President Ruto can lose that election in 2027, because looking at TIFA survey, it shows that still 32% of Kenyans sampled support President Ruto's re-election in 2027. But in this analysis, I reveal to you a sure ticket that can easily beat President Ruto at the ballot. Here is the wild card. This ticket, Kalonzo Natembeya, can definitely win the 2027 presidential election. It can beat President Ruto hands down. This isn't pseudo analysis, but I am here laying bare facts. As I always say it, in politics, especially in a democracy like Kenya, numbers matter. And good alignment can definitely lead to victory. And this brings me to this understanding that when you have Natembeya and Kalonzo, numbers become clearer and clearer. The Luhya Nation is the second largest community in Kenya, and the Western region boasts of over 2 million registered voters. And to be exact, this number is above 2.4 million, and it's likely to be over 3 million in the next election because the IBC continues to register more voters. So that is one thing that you need to capture. And when you look at Eastern, where Kalonzo comes from, right now they have about 2 million registered voters. That number is likely to be above 2 million registered voters. So when you combine that, you have about 5 million votes. And there's also one thing that you need to be reminded. I said the Luhya Nation is the second largest community in Kenya. So despite them being predominantly in Western Kenya, they are also distributed in other parts of the country, like in Nairobi, Mombasa, and many other parts of this country. So meaning, when this community feels that a certain leader is able to lead them in a direction that they desire, they will vote them regardless of where they are right now geographically. But here's the question: why Natembeya, not Eugene Wamalwa?
Kule Nyanza kwa jamii wa Jaluo, kiongozi wao saizi ni nani? Ni Raila. Ukienda kule kwa Wakamba, kiongozi wao akisema twende pande, wanaendanga na yeye all the time. Ni nani? Kalonzo, si ndio? Ukienda kule kwa mlima, kule mlimani kule, saizi kiongozi wao ni nani? Si Gachagua sahi. Sasa Waluhya pia sisi tunataka tukue na kiongozi wetu ambaye ni mmoja, watu wasiletee atatuambia tukuja pamoja tuliwakabila. Wacha waseme sisi wakabila, lakini tutakuja pamoja.
Hear me out. Natembeya is positioning himself strategically to become Luhya kingpin, and this is going to work. Okay, we have Musalia Mudavadi, we have Wetangula, we have Eugene Wamalwa, but right now the person who can be well trusted in Western Kenya is definitely Natembeya, and across the country Natembeya is sellable. Additionally, looking at how things are, there is a move to upstage the likes of Musalia Mudavadi.
Kutoka Bunyore, kutoka Tirik, kutoka Tiriki, kula Hamisi, Vihiga na Sabatia. Tulikuja hapa na kama wazee kuja kumsihi Bwana George Natembeya ambaye ni governor wa Trans Nzoia.
And Natembeya is moving strategically to usurp the leadership of Western Kenya. So to access Western Kenya and get that vote from that region, you need Natembeya. United Opposition's path to State House needs a combination of Western Kenya, Central Kenya, and Eastern. So without Western Kenya a second, that is through the running mate position, then that block is gone. And when that block is gone, the united opposition will not have a path to State House. Instead, President William Ruto will leverage that block for his re-election. Yes, I understand that someone would say, why Natembeya? Why not Eugene Wamalwa? Look at it this way. Eugene Wamalwa is not that sellable across Western Kenya, but when you look at Natembeya, is sellable across that region, and many people are gravitated towards Natembeya, not the old guard which Eugene Wamalwa belongs. So it's more plausible to talk of Natembeya being Kalonzo's running mate because this guy is sellable across that region. And lawyers in their majority love him the most. In a nutshell, Gachagua has a critical role to play in this ticket. Gachagua will bring in his Mount Kenya vote. This ticket further needs the audacity, the temerity of Gachagua. So when Gachagua is in this ticket just as a kingmaker, it becomes more potent, and victory for the united opposition will be within the realms of possibility. In your honest view, what do you think of Kalonzo Natembeya ticket?